and gentlemen, welcome to the 442 podcast. I'm Azar Bathani, and I guess I'm not joined by Tommy Sondy, but I am joined by the yearning Tony O.
Morning, Ozzy. I didn't realize we could just, take breaks like this, but...
I think it's fair to say that Tommy has been exiled for his Crescencio Somerville take last week.
Yeah, that, and he's taken a much-needed post-Poland departure.
Yeah, true.
Day. So,
true.
Yeah. Very strategic message from him this morning.
I didn't realize we had personal day benefits on the pod. I should have used this a lot more last season.
Yeah, should have used it today, but here you go.
It should have been just me recording.
Somehow both options had me involved. I was like, okay, I still have to do this either way. Might as well get it over with. But I am happy to be here. Yeah.
Some of us have to work today. Blame my need to keep a roof over my head, Tony.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But FA Cup weekend, and it was a fun set of quarterfinals for me, I guess.
Weird.
Fun for the man watching on the side.
It was a weird set of quarterfinals, I found.
It really was. This is not necessarily how people thought it would go. We'll start with Man City 4, Liverpool 0, the marquee matchup of the round. Sorry. Liverpool started this game. Yeah, go on.
I was going to say, to really feed into the weirdness, this is the marquee tie of the round, and it was put at a weird-ass time. Like, it was so early. Like, this makes no sense. But, yeah.
I didn't realize the game had kicked off, and until I got a message saying it was 1-0 from one of the group chats, to give you context of how early it had started. But... I mean, Liverpool started this game off okay. I went back and watched it, but the moment Haaland scores that first one, which I believe it was the penalty first, right?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, Van Dijk tripping up Nico O'Reilly. I mean, he's...
People keep telling me he's having a good season. I'm like, okay, I don't know what the fuck you guys...
Name and shame whoever's
telling you. A lot of
he's having a
tacticals out there are like, Van Dijk's having a good season, you're just not seeing it. I'm like, you're right, I am not seeing it. Yeah. Terrible challenge. When was Salah's chance? Was that at 1-0 or 0-0?
Salah's chance was at 0-0. That was when Salah and Ekitike, I think, both had chances at 0-0. The Salah one in particular, this is his first game since he's announced that he's leaving at the end of the season. So, there's maybe a little bit of wonder, like, hey, maybe he'll play with a bit more freedom or something. Nope, turns out you're still going to get the same Salah we've been getting for the rest of the season.
Shocking, yeah.
Someone online was saying that Salah's run at Liverpool is like Game of Thrones. Last season's just complete dog shit. You didn't watch Game of Thrones, did you? Yeah.
No,
useless.
Yeah.
This is why I need Tommy on. I need Tommy on for this.
He's the bridge, yeah. I keep seeing reports that Liverpool are going to give Slot time. I don't know, man. Like, these players look like they're not playing for him anymore.
I think he should be given all the time in the world.
Yeah, I'm sure you do.
I also think Jurgen Klopp should retroactively get last season's winner's medal.
Yeah. They gave him a big budget last summer, and he's blowing it, spending it really poorly, it looks like. Yeah, they're way off it. I think the decision to give Salah, maybe Van Dijk not so much, but Salah, that contract was a mistake. And then the allocation of funds. It's weird because Wirtz was amazing in the international break. And then he comes back and he just looks completely subdued. I don't know, is that the manager? Is Is that the intensity of the English game? I don't know.
Well, I mean, if it was just Verts, then you could maybe say it's purely just because of the intensity of the English game. But the entire Liverpool team just looks so flat every time.
Yeah.
There's so much space to operate in. Like, Holland, this is not Holland coming in like some great form or anything, and he's leaving with a hat-trick. Semenyo was fantastic in this one. He in Turkey, I thought, had really good games. I don't think Phil Foden's getting back into the... He's not making the plane for the World Cup, I think, considering how bad his international break was, and I don't see Pep giving him a look in if City want to make it, close in the title challenge.
Yeah, I think obviously the cup finals given City a shot in the arm. Over the last two games, I think we've really seen flashes of the old City. Remains to be seen if they can do that over an extended period, and if they can, who knows, with Arsenal and their history. But yeah, this game was too comfortable. Considering you're playing against Liverpool, like, I can't remember a City-Liverpool game being this one-sided. Even the famous, was it 5-0 that they had? That felt more competitive than this one. And that was with 10 men for most of the game. But, yeah.
I mean, we haven't even mentioned Salah had some time to miss a penalty at 4-0 in this one as well.
He's
just
sad.
Hey, the Saudi money will be great, at least.
You convinced he's going to Saudi, huh? I mean, I feel like he is.
Feels like it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Sad.
Yeah, he's going out real sad.
Yeah. It's a shame. He should have left last year, man. Gone out as like a king. This way it just feels like a bit of a tarnish on his legacy. It shouldn't be, but that's the way football is. It's very,
I think his legacy will be fine after a couple of years. People will forget the bad last season in favor of all the good seasons.
Okay, you're very kind. I think it will dull some of the shine. I mean, yeah. Anyway, it is what it is. He's on his way out. Liverpool don't look like a Champions League team at the moment. They qualified.
They play PSG.
Right?
They play PSG midweek, so that's gonna be.
Jesus.
Don't give PSG this kind of space. They will rip you to shreds.
That's gonna be really interesting. PSG knocked them out last season. It'll be.
Liverpool have generally looked better in the Champions League, but they haven't. I don't think they've played PSG so far this season.
No.
So
no, they haven't. They haven't played anyone nearly as good as that. So yeah, did they play Real Madrid? Can't remember.
I truly cannot remember either. The group stage makes it so that I never remember who's played who at this point.
Yeah. Anyway, ominous for us when it comes to City, but yeah.
I mean, Liverpool at this point, they need that Champions League finish. They need to finish top 5. That's what the season hinges on, right? Getting back into the Champions League for next year.
They look like the worst
this
team.
This was their best chance at a cup this season, and that's gone.
Yeah.
I don't think either of us really see them winning the Champions League in this form. But, all comes down to that. And their league form has, like you said, been rubbish. So,
yeah.
It'll be funny if they missed out after spending all that money in the summer. I predicted them to win the league this year, and I've realized that any time I predict a team to win the league, they have the world's biggest drop-off. So,
Did you predict us to win the league last season, or was it City?
I think I might have predicted you to win it.
Okay. Yeah. Did we? We didn't compete for the title, so
yeah.
Fair enough.
Well, Another thing you'll not be... I will be taking bribes to have your rivals winning the league in my predictions next season. One thing that Arsenal will also not be competing for is the FA Cup this season because they lost 2-1 away to Southampton in the most surprising result of the round. Even more surprising than the result might have been the performance in some ways. Southampton were excellent in this one.
Yeah, I mean, he being Arteta, he tried something, and I don't know. He tried something tactical. I don't really think it's interesting to have the conversation. I think the worry is just, it's not even that we went out of the cup. It's more just the general way we're playing at the moment is so inconsistent. We're definitely not the best team in the country at the moment. We're just hoping that the gap is big enough. I still think we can do it. I'm not confident we will as far as the league. But, this performance was really strange. We had Saliba on the bench. Mosquera had a terrible game. Terrible. He was all over the place. Ben White, he's gone in the summer.
Ben White is, he's
gone in the summer. It's
the misjudgment on the header for the misjudgment on the header for the first goal was. He also just he misjudged it and then he just kind of stopped.
He gave up.
Yeah.
I mean, he was not getting.
He was not getting
really bad.
He's not getting back, but the optics looked terrible.
He can't defend. He's lost power. Since his injuries, which he played a lot of games for us injured. I'm talking probably about 2 seasons worth of football injured because he had no cover with Timber injured and Tomiyasu always injured, and you can see it. He's lost so much power. He's lost a lot of physical confidence and. The fullback, Miles Lewis-Skelly is another one. He was not good in this game either. And they just kept pinging the ball into our fullback spots, and Miles and White could not handle it. We got really stretched. Kepa had another... I think his season's done. I don't see him getting any football anymore. But...
At the same time, I thought... what's the Southampton... winger's name, Cienza. I thought he had a really, really good game. I think he was the one. He was the one who was on Whiteside.
So there you go.
Repeatedly, he's the one who had the penalty shout in the first half as well. He, I think, hit the crossbar at one point too with the curler.
Yeah, he cut inside.
He was having a fantastic time. I think he was also the one that went through on goal, possibly, when Gabriel mistimed a header and flicked it on backwards. It was just a very weird performance from Arsenal, start to finish. It's just odd. Just odd.
The only bright spot, again, was Max. That was it. Even Odegaard. Odegaard had a good game until he missed the chance, and then he just went to shit.
Right, yes.
That chance was... that used to be his bread and butter. He kicks it against his standing foot. That's just the way his season or his football's going has been going for the past 2 years. He's playing really well up until that point. Max just is putting the rest of them to shame. He was by far the best player for us.
Well, he's the one of them that's not, burdened by pressure at this point, right? It looks like the rest of them are playing with the weight of the world on their shoulders right now.
Either that or they look wounded. They all look broke. Havertz, I don't think Havertz is good in midfield. And Jesus, unfortunately, he's another one. He's broken. He should never play for us again. He's just physically broken.
To be fair, you did play him in the bit between the crucifixion and the resurrection. You should play him after the resurrection.
We should never play him. I see what you're doing there, but we should just never play him.
Well, you can't make me go an entire Easter weekend without an Easter joke.
Yeah, that's fair. But he did the honorary Rio Ferdinand interview, and that's usually a sign that the player's just given up on his career and wants to go somewhere else. So he can fuck off. With Zinchenko and the rest of them, yeah.
Is Zinchenko still on the? Is he still on the books at Arsenal?
He's done. He's out.
Okay.
He was at Forest, and now he's at Ajax, and he tore his ACL, which sucks.
Oh, jeez, that sucks. Yeah. Coming back to this, like, Arsenal's last two results have obviously both been bad results in the two cups. It's going to be interesting because they've got Champions League midweek. They play. Who do they play?
Sporting.
They have a relatively easy.
I think
draw.
that'll be tough. Yeah, right. You're
comparatively,
right. But I think that'll be tough.
For a quarterfinal stage, Sporting is a relatively kind draw, let's say, as opposed to easy. It will be interesting to see how they bounce back in that one. Gabriel, he skipped the international break with his injury, but then he did also hobble off in this one.
He was injured.
I don't believe him.
Okay.
There were too many. I think he might have picked up a knock in this game. I don't think he was injured for the international break. I think he did a little handshake behind, a little rest. There are too many Arsenal players taking little breaks.
The thing is, what people don't realize is the international managers decide who pulls out, right? It's not the club teams.
It's a handshake agreement. International managers, I'm sure, are more than happy for some of their key players to get some rest at this point. They know how many games there are in the season. They're like, yeah, go ahead, take a weekend off. No.
I don't think it's a coincidence that Saka and Rice missed this game completely. They were not in the matchday squad. They've been carrying injuries. And I knew Gabriel was carrying one before. Even Saliba's carrying one. He has an ankle injury. But that has nothing to do with us going out. Like, we're playing Southampton, for God's sakes. But, yeah, it's all on Bournemouth for me. If we don't win that game, we're not winning the league. So, if we win that game...
It suddenly gets... If Arsenal don't beat Bournemouth, it suddenly gets very, very interesting. There's already so much pressure on that Man City game that's coming up in a couple weeks, I think.
Well, I mean, there will be a lot of pressure if we lose to Bournemouth or draw.
I'm saying there's already a lot now. Any dropping points between now and then will ratchet it up.
I think there's only one game, right? There's only one game between now and then in the league.
Mm-hmm. It might be one or two. So,
yeah,
it'll be interesting to see how things go with that.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Hey, I saw Eze.
I did enjoy.
That would be lovely. That would actually be.
I did enjoy Southampton's Twitter admin going off afterwards.
So sensitive, man. I was saying
tweeting
this to every Arsenal fan. Just like, man, you guys just log off. We're so easy to just bait, like to rage bait. They got so much engagement from us. I'm like, guys, stop doing this. Log off.
It's the most online fan base. Like, every team, every big team has a very online fan base, but Arsenal's might be the most online.
It's so sensitive. It's like, guys, go in hiding. Like, relax. Go touch grass. Like, say hello to your
Look at who you're arguing with online, man. Look at who you're arguing with. Think about what you're doing. I also did enjoy that they tweeted at Portsmouth. Obviously, local rivals, because Arsenal knocked Portsmouth out a round or two ago. So, deeply enjoyable. Out of curiosity, was there a reason why Southampton were wearing their away kit in this game?
Some kind of anniversary, I think. Maybe 125th anniversary, or maybe 100th anniversary of when they won the FA Cup. I can't quite remember, but it has something to do with that. Yeah. So throughout this tournament, they've been wearing their away kit, like throughout.
Gotcha. So. Well, they have a trip to Wembley to play Man City next. So good luck.
That draw's been done.
That draw has been done. Yeah.
See?
It is
Arsenal fans, switch
Southampton
off.
against City. Yeah.
Switch off.
That's what you got to do. Learn from Tony.
So
Unplug.
Chelsea leads, City, Southampton. So
Yeah.
City, Chelsea, maybe City leads final.
I mean, well, let's talk about Chelsea briefly. They beat Port Vale 7-0. The moment Port Vale conceded the first goal from a corner and a goalie error about 2 minutes into the game, maybe less. This one was done as a contest. I mean, it got to the point that they're giving Alejandro Garnacho the pity penalty at 6-0 to seal it. Really rubbing salt in the wounds for you. Still hasn't scored in the league. But
I've already accepted defeat, so yeah. He's like, what, 6 behind or something? Yeah.
He could be 2 behind and you'd probably still accept defeat at this point.
Yeah.
But yeah, Chelsea named a very strong lineup for this one. They needed it. They've had a rough week. They're in the same boat as Liverpool, where a lot hinges on them finishing in that Champions League spot. I mean, their finances came out over the international break. Biggest loss in Premier League history in a financial sense. I don't think we've even talked about the penalty that they got slapped with for fucking cheating for 10 years. That's a disgrace.
That was a disgrace, man. We should save this for when Tommy's here, but
we will save this for when Tommy's back. But I'm just saying, if cheating gets you Eden Hazard, who might be the best player in the 2010s for Chelsea, and you win league titles off the back of that, then we will pin this for when Tommy's in.
Yeah,
for the 2010s, he's up there.
No, I was going to say he might be the best player, period, in the 2010s. You said for Chelsea. I'm saying he might be the best player.
No, that's fair. That's fair. That is a fair point to make. Yeah.
We've seen Everton punished for less. We've seen Forest punished for less.
Forest got punished. Slap on the wrist, a suspended transfer ban. Not even a full transfer ban. A suspended transfer ban if they fall below some certain thresholds, and a 9 mil fine. Embarrassing. Almost as embarrassing as every single Chelsea player, senior Chelsea player, twerking for other clubs in the international break. I mean, the big one was Enzo Fernandez, who could not stop talking about Real Madrid, how much he'd love to live in Madrid, how much it's like Buenos Aires, how much what a great city it is. Poor guy's under contract until 2032.
6 more years. What was unique about his? Why was he the only one that was suspended? Because Cucurella...
Oh, right, I forgot that Rosenior dropped him for a couple games. I don't know. Enzo's just unlikable, isn't he? He's got that face. I would suspend Enzo.
Way. Yeah, the agent came out and was like, "This is unfair."
I think what had happened with Enzo was he also gave an interview after the PSG game where he questioned his future at Chelsea. I don't think anyone else gave that interview before the international break. So this was kind of a second and then third and then also fourth offense because he gave a lot of interviews.
There were 3 players, right, that gave interviews. It was Cucurella, Enzo. Who was the last one? There was one more.
Oh, jeez, I didn't even realize there was a third.
There was one more. Yeah, I can't remember who it is, but anyway.
I mean, Cucurella said that he would welcome
Barcelona.
It would be hard to say no to a move to Barcelona. I will say less twerky than Enzo. So, I'll give him that. Players have lost faith in this Chelsea project, man. I
don't think they ever had faith in this Chelsea project. I think they just cashed in.
Yeah.
To be honest.
There's no leadership in this dressing room to kind of... Enzo and Cucurella are your quote-unquote leaders.
Reece James.
Reece James is the one guy you could maybe be like, alright, there's some leadership there, but who's around him? Like, Cole Palmer was captain for this game. Fine, sure. I mean, captain against Port Vale is not much.
Yeah.
Cole Palmer, I think he's a good player on his day. Doesn't really strike me as a leader.
No.
Who else is there? Chelsea have spent so much time buying players under the age of 25 that they've forgotten to buy players who can actually lead players who are under 25. You just got Rosinia out there aging men, and if you look at the fan base, oh god, they do be aging. They've aged a lot over the last couple of months. I mean, it feels like that club is in a full-on revolt against ownership at this point, and I don't blame them. Like,
I think, yeah, I just don't know. I keep thinking, what was the plan? How did you guys expect to succeed? A lot of people are like, let's give it a few years. Chelsea seems to be doing a lot of interesting stuff that could prove to be very intelligent. It's like, no, they're doing stupid stuff, and in 4 to 5 years, it would still be seen as stupid stuff.
well, it
Yeah.
feels like Clear Lake Capital have assumed that every young player appreciates in value as they get to their peak, quote unquote peak. Except they've seemed to have forgotten the fact where you have to actually develop those players into their peak for them to appreciate in value. You know,
Yeah.
if you sign a player for 60 mil and then he doesn't progress for 3 years, you're not going to get 70 mil for him. You're not going to get 80 mil for him. You're going to get 30 mil. Like,
Hey, we've been doing business with Chelsea. I wouldn't mind Esteval. You know, nice little deal for Esteval. Yeah,
I wonder if Caicedo is available. We could use him in midfield.
yeah, you can have that one. I don't want Caicedo. But, yeah,
We need someone to pick up Casemiro's yellow cards.
yeah, you need the legs. Yeah,
There's
Yeah.
bits and pieces.
there's some useful bits and pieces in the squad.
Yeah.
So yeah. But anyway, Chelsea. We say all this after a 7-0.
7-0 win. Yep.
Yeah.
Sorry, Tommy. You should have been on to defend them instead of
Yeah.
going and hiding. Let's move on. West Ham to Leeds winning 4-2 on penalties. Two of the teams battling out in the relegation scrap. I mean, this
I
was
think we can see why.
this was a hectic game. This was a very hectic game. Leeds had a 2-0 lead going into injury time in this one. And West Ham managed to claw it. I mean, there was 11 minutes of injury time. They scored both of them in the first 6. So,
Yeah.
and then you get into extra time itself, which involved, I think, Tati Castellanos scoring under a minute in, having it disallowed, Bowen hitting the post. It was non-stop in this one. Crazy stuff. I mean, Leeds come out with a trip to Wembley at the end of it. Good for the fan base. I think Leeds have only won one FA Cup in their history. They hadn't been to Wembley in a long time. So, good day out for the fans.
The game felt very. It seemed like it summed up both their seasons. West Ham rallying late, a bit, dark that they ended up going out anyway, in spite of the fact that they rallied late. The penalty shootout, I forget, was it Fernandez who missed? Who missed for West Ham?
Man.
Can't remember, but it was so obvious he was gonna miss. He looked like he was shitting himself before he took the pen. Looked like he was in tears. And Leeds looked very comfortable. Like, they were always in control. So
It was Pablo that missed.
okay.
Pablo and Bowen missed for West Ham.
Oh, that's right. Bowen missed the first one as well. Yeah. Yeah. Trip to Wembley against Chelsea, you said, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a winnable game for Leeds.
I think so. Yeah. They beat Chelsea, right? 3-1 in the league.
They have beaten Chelsea at least once this year. I think they beat them and drew with them. So
Okay. Yeah. So it'll be interesting to see. It would be nice if, a Leeds or
Leeds Southampton FA Cup final.
that's not gonna happen. I was trying to process it. I'm like, that's not gonna happen. Yeah. So yeah, Leeds City final. That could be interesting. Very old school look. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, wouldn't have been out of place in the 60s, that one. Elsewhere, the Women's Champions League, Arsenal made it through against Chelsea in that one. We won't mention the FA Cup game that they had afterwards, but good. They won both legs. No. Yeah, they won both legs against Chelsea, didn't they?
No. They won the first leg. What was it? 3-1. We won the first leg 3-1. Chelsea, we won the first leg 3-1.
It was 2-1.
The second leg we lost 1-0.
1-0, sorry.
We lost 1-0, yeah. The second leg was one of the best quality games, just pure football I've seen in a really long time. Arsenal eventually scored, but their goal was disallowed, and then Chelsea scored not too long after. Alessia Russo and Lauren James were in unbelievable form. Both of them just ran the games for their teams. Chelsea scored a bit too late for it to really matter, although Katie McCabe didn't seem to think so. She kind of panicked when she lost her woman and, dragged her. I think she was... my initial thought was she was trying to drag her by the hair. I think
she was trying to pull the shirt and missed.
Yeah, and missed. Yeah, because she grabbed, but either way, she should have been sent off.
But not given, and oh my days, Sonia Bonpastor's...
she lost it, man.
Oh, she was heated.
Lost it. Yeah.
Went full Drogba on him.
Rightfully so, to be fair. I mean, she ended up getting sent off. And then, the post-match was brilliant drama. She brings her phone to the conference, full, like she was online with the Twitter videos and everything. Is like, you can see that she pulls the hair. I'm like, oh my God. And then, what did she say? This is the same referee that knocked us out against Barcelona and knocked us out against Wolves, but peak conspiracy theory. I mean, there's a lot of room at the club. Join the club.
Get those tinfoil hats out, Tony. Do you mail them over to the UK? Do you charge shipping, or is it free with membership?
No, I definitely charge shipping. I'm not taking that on. No, but Chelsea are in a very rough. They're in a rough patch right now because they may not win make the Champions League, which would be very damaging.
It's shocking.
For that group.
Shocking for considering how good and how consistent the Chelsea women's team has been for so long.
Emma Hayes. With Emma Hayes, right? They just always won, especially the last 5 years or so. So to see them potentially not make the Champions League is really, alarming for them. They have players talking about leaving. I think I saw Hannah Hampton is leaving at the end of the season, which would be, not bizarre, but that would be a huge loss for them. I think as well Sam Kerr is going to leave at the end of the season. Big player. She's had an injury-ridden season, but still,
But still, her presence would be they'd miss the presence if nothing else. I mean, elsewhere in the Women's Champions League, Man United unfortunately went out against Bayern Munich. Had a chance in this one, took the lead in the second leg, and then Bayern just took over the game second half. Sealed the deal with a 2-1 win.
I don't know what happened. You were in so much control in the first half. I don't know if there was a tactical adjustment in the game. I'd have to see it again. By the way, I didn't realize you could watch the Champions League on Fubo. This whole time, it's been... Because they keep telling us it's Disney Plus for Canada. But then I've never been able to watch it on Disney Plus. And then I realized it's... Disney Plus reroutes you to One Soccer. And One Soccer is on Fubo. So I'm like, I've been missing these games for no reason.
I thought the Women's Champions League was on DAZN. That's always
it used to be. No, it used to be on DAZN. But this year, The Zone were streaming it for free. So even on their YouTube channel in the previous years, like you could watch the Champions League games. But eventually they lost the contract, and I was, anyway. For anyone who's interested, you can watch it on Fubo. Just go to the One Soccer channel. It's all there for you. Yeah, but yeah, I think it was Mallard that scored for United early on, and then you just collapsed under the pressure of, I don't know, expectation. And Bayern eventually got their goals. Yeah, they just camped in your second half, and yeah, I think the experience told in the end. They won 2-1. Was it
2-1?
I think they won 2-1. Yeah.
5-3 on aggregate. Basically, the moment they equalized, it was kind of done, because they also equalized in the 81st minute, and then won it a few minutes later because heads had gone after the equalizer. But yeah, disappointing. I mean, first time I think United have been in the Champions League. It's not a bad run. Up to the quarterfinal, the focus has to be on getting back in because it's quite tight in the Women's Super League right now. So
yeah, you're still second, I think, but we have 2 games in hand on you, or have we overtaken you? I'd have to check.
It's close.
Last I checked, you were second, but we had 2 games in hand on you, and yeah, but like you said, it's tight. I think the last 2 Real Madrid got slapped up by Barcelona. I was like 12-2 in aggregate. Embarrassing.
Lyon thrashed Wolfsburg.
They didn't really thrash Wolfsburg. It was after extra time. It was after extra time. Like, yeah.
Yeah, true.
Wolfsburg did well initially, but in extra time, they
did well to take
it
to extra time.
Yeah. We're playing Lyon. That will be tough.
It's the usual suspects in the Final Four.
Yeah.
I mean, Bayern are the one team that you don't always see over there, but I mean, they did finish 4th in the league phase table, so.
I think Arsenal kind of as well, but we've had a good couple of years. It'll be nice to, do it back to back. We look more comfortable being there this time, but Lyon will have revenge in their mind for last season. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes. Yeah.
On the World Cup end, last time we were on the pod, we were just before the final World Cup qualifying games. The scene has now been set. I mean, the biggest surprise result, I mean, I don't even know if it's a surprise anymore, is Italy going out on penalties 3 times. 3 times in a row they failed to qualify for the World Cup. They have not played a knockout game since the 2006 final, which they won against France. They've only won 1 World Cup game since then, and that was obviously against England in 2014. This is
I cannot remember that game.
Is it?
For the life of me, I can't remember that.
Andrea Pirlo scored from the edge of the box. I remember that. I deeply enjoyed it. Just this run that Italy, and the fact that they've won a Euros in the middle of all of this is incredibly funny. They've made a Euros final, won another Euros in the middle of all of that. Yeah. But this World Cup run that Italy are on is astonishing. My favorite thing was that the Canada Soccer Federation posted that if any Italians, because Toronto has a huge Italian diaspora, if any Italians wanted to trade in their Italy jersey for a Canada jersey, they could come to this one bar in Little Italy. And to be fair, there was a huge lineup. It was a massive lineup. They were handing out jerseys and posters. That's fantastic work. Fantastic work. I mean, Italy had the lead in this game, and then Bastoni got himself sent off.
He's having a rough time in Italy right now. Yeah.
Enemy number 1
he might
right
have to leave. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I mean, Gattuso has quit. It was always a weird appointment. He's not been great as a manager, but it feels like Italy have just run out of options.
I thought they would do it, Like, I watched the game, I thought they would get over the line on
Once
penalties.
They took the lead, like...
No,
Once they
no, I
battled to
mean,
penalties.
yeah, once they battled to penalties, yeah. Who missed? I can't remember now. Who? It was such a bad penalty.
Was it Cristante?
Oh,
Missed one? Because it was like
I think it was
4-1 or
Cristante.
something in the end on penalties.
Oh, right. So, Tonali scored, I think.
Tonali was
And
the
then
only one who
everyone
scored.
else, yeah, Tonali scored, and everyone else was. Oh, Esposito missed. It was Esposito's
Yeah.
penalty I was thinking of. He missed the first one, and that's when I was like, these guys are done. Yeah, Esposito missed. I think he blazed it over the bar. Oh my god, yeah, yeah. Well, it is what it is. It's become heritage at this point. So, yeah,
There,
it's the history.
there are
of
gonna
the
be there are kids that are born who are like playing football now who have never seen Italy at
In
the World Cup.
Yeah.
You were
Yeah.
born after the summer of 2006. You just haven't seen them. There's probably so many
That's
Italian
20
children
years.
conceived in summer 2006.
That was 20 years ago, you know. They haven't been at the World Cup for 20 years. That's crazy. That's... Yeah, wow.
No, they've been at the World Cup. They just haven't seen when,
Oh, yeah,
because they were there in 2010 and 14. Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah. Yeah, it's not so bad.
God. Tony, the iPhone was created in 2007. Italy haven't played a knockout round that could be filmed on an iPhone camera. That's how bad it is. Elsewhere, poor Tommy. Poor Tommy. Victor Gyökeres finished off Poland. I mean, this was a great game. 3-2 to Sweden in the end. Sweden qualifying for the World Cup without winning a single game in their qualifying group because they backdoored their way into the playoffs through the Nations League.
That's how you do it, Nigeria.
Scamming their way to the World Cup.
That's how you do it.
Graham Potter has done, just by not being Jean Dahl Thomason, has done an excellent job with Sweden. He's guided them through these qualifying rounds. Gets to take him off for the World Cup, and I mean Victor Gyökeres, great form over the international break. Scored on the weekend as well.
He's he's a one attacker we have that's keeping up his end of the bargain. He's actually scoring. I've given him a lot of heat, but he's our top scorer by a long way, and he's a king in Sweden now. So, yeah, hat trick to get them to the final, and then big goal right at the end. Poach's effort. So, hey, if he can do some of that for us, could be a legend. He could be a legend after all the heat he's had this season. So, yeah. Legacy of the 14. Fingers crossed.
I mean, that's probably it for Robert Lewandowski in terms of World Cups. I don't think he's playing until the next one. He's what, 38 now?
Man. You never know.
These strikers, the greedy.
Who else is there for Poland? That's the question. If it's not him, who else is there? Yeah.
It's a question for Tommy and not for me, and I feel like if you ask Tommy that question, you will send him into a spiral. So
yeah,
please do it. Do it on the pod. Do it on the pod. We need the clips.
Yeah.
A surprising result was that Czechia beat Denmark. Not really a result I saw coming. But
I think I was back in Czechia last week.
I think you were. I was surprised. Denmark was just very, very flat, and then ended up losing on penalties. But I know Rasmus Højlund missed one. I can't remember who missed the other one for Denmark. Christian Eriksen scored though. Could always rely on him in a shootout. And lastly, Turkey continued their run of 1-0 wins by knocking out Kosovo and, inevitably going out in the, let's say...
Quarterfinal?
No, they're going to go out before that. Round of 16.
16.
They feel like a round of 16 team at best. Do what I can to irritate the Turks with my comments. That's the World Cup field set. Good luck getting your hands on some tickets, though. The fucking prices that they're at.
Painful, yeah.
I'm not paying $1,000 to watch Canada against Bosnia. I'm sorry. I'm not doing that. Yeah. We'll go to a pub. If you're in Toronto for the World Cup, go to a pub. You'll have a great time. There'll be football on. There'll be plenty of real fans there. You won't have to pay $1,000. Depending on how much they jack up the prices of drinks. A couple hundred.
We'll do a pre-World Cup pod, I'm sure. You got a feeling for who's looking good going into the World Cup?
I mean, France have looked unbelievable so far.
They're the ones.
France and Spain are striking me as the two teams to beat right now. I think Argentina will probably be thereabouts, but they've been they felt a little bit shakier than the other two, but don't really want to bet against them. So I think those three are probably the three favorites.
France, Spain, Portugal.
Argentina. Portugal are a shout, but it depends on how much they start Ronaldo.
Yeah, fair enough.
They always look better when he's coming off the bench.
I like Germany. I don't know. I just like the way they play. So
they play good football. I don't really feel them as winners at this moment.
We'll see. I think France will win.
France look terrifying.
Yeah.
It's the amount of depth. It's just not fair.
Yeah.
For more World Cup nonsense, follow us on all socials at 442. Subscribe wherever you get your podcasts. As always, thank you for joining me, Tony.
Good stuff, Uzi. Enjoyed the chat as always. I can't wait to see who you upset this week.
Let's see. Yeah. No, if we can get one group a week, I'll be pretty happy with that. Thank you so much for listening. Hopefully Tom is here to answer for his crimes next week. Bye-bye. Mm-hmm.